Welcome, everybody, to another installment of My Night Is Over podcast. I am your host, Captain Blackbeard. With me tonight is Captain Bluebeard. Bluebeard, how is your night going so far on the DFS?
So, did you know that this Lakers game is in double OT right now?
Double OT for the
Early Sunday
Lakers
morning.
and Detroit game. Of all the games on the slate tonight to go OT, right?
These two teams have played previously, and the Lakers won handedly. I don't know what's been happening.
Yeah, Lakers have been blown
crazy.
out. Unbelievable stuff. Well, other than this game going OT, what else did you not expect from tonight happening that was unfortunate for you?
Well, I mean, did you play any DraftKings tonight?
I did, yeah. Main slates mostly. Cashed in that one Showdown.
I had a okay night. I had a good start. Had Zach LaVine at 5%. Had a good start, but then the Steph Curry and Doncic decided to be who they were,
Right.
and just got overtaken on everything. But luckily, I had some action in that showdown, so helped me salvage what could have been a terrible night. So, how about you?
1 day late on the no, 2 days late on the Steph Curry and the Luka Doncic
I know.
picks, man. That is so unfortunate, and of course it happens to us every time.
Do you see Draymond getting there with two real life
2 points, 2 points, and that's all he needed, I guess. Good
It's
Lord have
tilting,
mercy.
mad tilting.
He's really showing that you don't need to score to impact the game, huh? But then again,
Yeah, who wants to hear us ramble, man? Let's get into
dude.
this.
All right, so first showdown we're looking at Sunday, 1 o'clock, Miami at New York. We have a notable out of Dragic being out, which really bumps Nunn up. So with Dragic being out, Nunn getting this bump from the bench. Let's see, who do we like for our captains tonight against for Miami against New York?
So first of all, can you imagine waking up at 10 a.m. on Sunday in the West Coast to play this?
They're in the East, right?
Yeah, this is in the East, but
Oh
also
yeah,
the West
but yeah.
You're waking up on a 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning to play the New York versus Miami game, but wow, I like
That's
being on the
life.
East Coast.
That's life on the West Coast, I guess.
So for this game, yeah, we know who's out and who's in, unless obviously more news breaks tomorrow.
A
But
few
it
questionables, but on the New York
seems
side,
questionables. I think Jimmy's in. It says Jimmy is in. Nerling's
yeah,
in
he's
well, looks like
probable.
he's game time. So what do you, I think? I don't think it will be a shock to anybody to see Bam or Julius Randle or Jimmy Butler as your captain picks or shock. I think everybody's gonna have them in the lineup one way or another.
Yeah, those will probably be your three highest scorers there from this game.
And you got some of your mid-range plays. You got like your RJ Barrett's, and you got your Tyler Heroes. But it's looking like from playing around with the build, it seems like I don't think pricing is really a thing today. Just entirely for the showdown. So I played with a couple builds. One expensive captain, one cheap captain. You can pretty much get anybody you want today. So
Definitely. It seems like Elfrid Payton at captain really frees up a lot of room. With Kendrick Nunn at captain, I did have a little bit more trouble. I might have been picking up a few mid-range guys that I shouldn't have been looking at, but I had a little bit of trouble with Tyler Nunn, or what's his name, Kendrick Nunn, at the captain.
seems like DraftKings had already known that Dragic was going to be out because looking at what they priced Nunn as. Because normally in this type of spot, Nunn would probably be a value play, and there's no way
Right.
he's $600 cheaper than RJ Barrett. So I don't think, whereas it's a good spot for none, I don't think it's as sneaky as it once was. So, um,
Definitely eats up a lot
yeah,
of salary, especially if you play him at captain. He's still 10K. 10-8
exactly.
at captain is pretty
You know, you
expensive
pay you
still,
you,
and
you pay 200, 400 up. 200 more for Barrett in that case.
exactly, yeah, and then that's literally a way better lock as far as minutes goes, and a probable chance to return all that value back to you. Well, with Alfred Payton at captain, as you said, it does free a lot of stuff up. I would go with Elf if you were playing in a in a lot of people room, over like 1,000 people, or what we consider big is 400 people. But if you're playing more, maybe
Yeah,
Elf.
anything, higher, because you will see that normally in a higher stakes room, you will see that a lot of the plays that it's not going to be the same. The players, the sharps play, you're going to see a completely different player pool between like the higher stakes, lower stakes. So, you know, if you're just casual player, I would just stick to you know the safer rooms over the crazy Chipotle addict, that kind of rooms.
Yeah, so you're saying like with less people in the room, you really want to
You,
stay to your three captains of Jimmy Butler,
you can
Bam, and
make more mistakes and get away with it, definitely.
definitely, yeah, you can still cash even with the snowflake in those less
Hmm.
people in those lower people rooms. Um, all right, so looking at a few guys that I personally wouldn't go with that are in the mid
So your
range to,
fades.
so yeah, to my fades, I guess, for the night.
Hmm.
Um, Duncan Robinson is kind of a fade for me.
Yeah,
So is
Duncan
Alec
Robinson.
Burks at 9-3. Duncan
Yep.
Robinson at 8-1 with Jimmy being back. He's really
What the
lost a
hell
lot of
happened to this
value.
guy?
Yeah, it looks like Jimmy eats up into everybody's time. I mean, even Bam has really been getting. He's putting up his 40s. You know what I mean? That's not bad.
But it's
Definitely
not
for a
it's not like
showdown
the
slate.
60-point Bam.
No,
Not the
definitely not
60
the
point Bam.
60. But for a showdown, you're still gonna play him because there's not
Absolutely.
gonna be a lot of people, a lot of other people that outscore him on his team.
Hmm.
So you're
Yeah,
definitely gonna want to get a slice of Bam. But
you want some Bam.
yeah, who else do you think from this Miami side? I guess Duncan Robinson is one name that I threw out there. Kelly O would be another. Man, 9.9 for Kelly O. That's very expensive, huh?
I basically just like playing around with the roster construction. I don't see myself going anywhere below. You don't really need to go below like Elf. If you really do, because you might have like one of the expensive guys up top. If you really need to, and if he is playing, like Nerlens Noel would be the lowest guy I go to. But then I don't really think you need to go anywhere below that. And these guys like Austin Rivers, like Iguodala, I think you don't really need to play them. So Kelly O, I don't. He's with Jimmy back. You don't really need him. If you want to take a shot on quickly, he puts up. He's been getting more run recently. This guy puts up a shitload of shots. But I think that's about it for me.
Next game in the slate,
Hmm.
we got Sacramento going up against the Clippers. Obvious outs here are Paul George being out and Pat Beverly being out. With Paul George being out, this gives Luke Kennard the starting role. It gave him the starting role against our Boston Celtics, and
Oh yes.
it seemed like he did a pretty good job with that starting role. Why don't you break down for us who else gets a nice little bump with PG and Pat Bev being out of this game?
So it seems like running some court IQ. It looks like the main beneficiaries of PG being out, and we've seen this from other games where PG's been out, this year. Lou Williams uh, and this is someone that people will not guess to get a bump is also Serge Ibaka.
Blanco, yep.
But this is the thing is, um, Lou Will's still not getting enough minutes for me. Um,
Yeah.
Tyronn Lue really doesn't like to run this guy unless he really has to. But he did well last game, but it's because he had a good shooting night. Serge Ibaka's minutes are unchanged, but it seems like he gets a little bit more usage. Luke Kennard, although he does start and his salary is low enough so you could take a shot on him, he is playing with Kawhi, so his usage won't be there. And but yeah, those two guys are to answer your question are the main beneficiaries from PG being out.
Definitely Serge, definitely Lou. Lou gets that bad rep because of his defense. You know what I mean, and him not being able to put up much of a defensive match. He always gets picked on those switch and rolls. You know what I mean?
Liability.
He's a liability on defense, so maybe that's why Tyronn Lue isn't running him as much. Either way, Lou Will, we all know, is a killer, man. You know, he's a scoring machine. So he'll definitely, if he gets the minutes.
Minutes did not go up last game. He still got 22 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough on Lou Will. I feel for him, but maybe it might be this case where, it seems to me like these good players like Kyle Kuzma or Lou Williams who come off the bench for these teams, they're only getting really used when there's like a serious matchup going on. You know what I mean? I saw Kyle Kuzma against the Denver Nuggets have a nice little game. He got a lot more minutes, and that's like one of those rival matchups there. But anyway, what we really wanted.
Are you saying the Kings are not a serious matchup? I'm just.
Oh man, have you seen the last two games that they've gotten? The last two games they've played, it's been a complete blowout. But PG did play them in those two games, right? So he that's a really contributing factor. Kawhi is obvious captain for this game. He will definitely be the top producer in this game. I mean. You could say, but I wanted to talk about Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson also does get a little bit of a bump from PG and Pat Bev being out. Last game excluded because he really had a not great outing. He had 2 quick fouls to start the game. Why don't you talk to us about Reggie Jackson a little bit and why he might be a good play tonight? He really frees up some salary if you look at him.
So I think this game also the same as last game. Just these two showdowns today. You plug in Kawhi up top, even up to the De'Aaron Fox, right?
Of course, yeah.
You can grab anyone. If you play the most expensive guys in order with Kawhi at captain. The cheapest is the salary works so that the cheapest guy it guides you to is Zubac.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just saying that like how loose salary is in for the slate. You can play, for example, you can play Kawhi at captain, and then you can grab your Fox, Harrison Barnes. I'm just gonna for example's sake grab Halliburton.
Right.
And then grab your Reggie, who is, there's no reason why Reggie should be 400 more than Hassan Whiteside. Let's get real.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have enough for Zubac. So this just shows you, just with this construction, that you don't even need to go down to Luke Kennard, who is gonna probably draw the start. So it just really shows you how loose the salary is.
Definitely, I think this will come down to. Because the salary is so loose, you just have to get the right plays in. You have to make the right fades. We were talking about it, and we didn't like. We were saying our fade of the night is Buddy Hyde in this position. Mm-hmm. So if you work around Buddy, really it frees everything up. I'm playing Harrison Barnes no matter what. Under Luke Walton, man, it just seems like he's a different player. It seems like these two work well off each other. Maybe it's the Golden State relationship. Might be a little shower narrative going on in the background. Yeah. We don't know what's going on. Fans. Mm-hmm. But Harrison Barnes has been fucking smashing. I'm a complete idiot for not playing him in my season long tonight.
We're gonna have Blackbeard giving you season long takes now. You
Oh
into season
man.
longs?
Dude, I don't want to get started on season long, man,
Season.
because I have all the back-to-back sitters on my fucking
Of all the
team, man.
all the co-
Unbelievable. You
all the
remember,
girls of the team and the COVID players.
dude? I've been getting ruined so hard, and it's crazy. I need two players just to keep up with LeBron James tonight. Huh. Wow. What a deal. What a deal. Um, Another player that I wanted to talk about is Nick Batum. Now, I don't
Batum,
see a
yeah,
tag
Batum.
on him. The only time we play Batum is when that groin is hurting, in my
I
opinion.
think it's healed now though. It
It's
is healed.
healed, right? We're gonna kind of lay off Nick Batum here.
Can I point this out though? Can I point this out real quick?
Go ahead.
This is like our thing. So going back his last 5 games, I'm gonna tell you his point totals: 35-13, 33-11, 31, and so we got a little good bad, good bad, good bad narrative going there.
Yep.
So
So
that says to not play him. So he's gonna go for 41 tomorrow.
one thing is that also, like, if you look at it, he did get 39. I think he got 39 minutes against us last night. So, like, if we take into effect that this was the pretty much the highest total minutes he's gotten, like, in a game this year, right?
Yep, it is.
If we look at Serge Ibaka real quick, just game log hunting for a second, his was 28 minutes. So, like, at the most, it seems like he got run in the 28-minute run, right? In my opinion, if you want maybe it just a little bit more like a salary, if you're looking for some salary saving for some reason, maybe you're trying to work around a certain play there. Serge Ibaka at 62, Nick Batum at 600. It can just free you up from that 400 that you might need somewhere else. You know what I mean? But either way, they're so close in pricing that really.
I think because everybody's gonna know who to play tomorrow. So like you were explaining earlier, I think the slate's gonna come down to having the right combination,
Mm-hmm.
and also having. I think I actually like the Ibaka play a lot too, and the reason to piggyback off what you said about him, I think he's also going to be lower owned in that mid-range area. Not a lot of people look at him, but like I mentioned, he is one of the main beneficiaries of PG being out with Louisville.
Right.
And in this case, I would just pay 400 more, and people really don't usually play Surge because they're probably going to pay up 200 go to homes. But I can really see, Ibaka, even last game, he played 28 minutes, but he didn't really have a good scoring night. He's going to always get you blocks. And I think if he has a little better shooting night, he can really, really pay off his value and then some.
Yeah, so you like Serge Ibaka tonight.
I do.
A little bit what's crazy to me is Tyrese Halliburton is priced higher than Rashawn Holmes in this slate. Pretty crazy here, but Halliburton has been backing it up. I mean, he's been getting minutes in the 30s. Minutes in the 30s. He's been producing pretty nicely. 45 fantasy points against Denver. Wasn't even a blowout scenario for that game, and he dropped 21 against us. So these are two very good teams in each of their conferences here, and Tyrese Halliburton was producing at a very phenomenal rate in both of these games. Against the Clippers, I mean, who knows? I'm just game log hunting over here, but safe to say he might be producing once again, coming off of the bench.
So we're gonna obviously assume that this game's not gonna be. We never want to account for blowouts, first of all. But seems like
the spread does tell us that it might be a little bit of a blowout, but not really anything too crazy.
The spread's very, very blowouty. But like just looking at this guy from the price point, he's 7K.
Yep.
He's 1,000 cheaper than Buddy, and he's been getting. I think as a result of the emergence of Halliburton, I think the guy who is directly taking a hit is actually Marvin Bagley, because if you look at his minutes, it's been trending down, and he hasn't really been playing well this year at all. And so what a rookie pickup for the Kings. You got Teams like Knicks choosing Obi Toppin. I don't know if I've ever seen this guy play, but yeah, what a rookie. What a draft.
Yeah, really, dude. Wow, Knicks are just horrible, huh? They did pick up quickly, but I guess to make up a little bit for it. But like, in my opinion, quickly doesn't pass enough. But I'll keep it.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Yeah,
it at that.
You should look at Halliburton. This guy dishes it out. He does a little bit of everything.
Man, interesting.
he's
So
such a
I thought that Buddy was the direct correlation for Halliburton there, but I guess no. It's Bagley.
So it looks like what they're doing is like because I think the minutes have been coming down for Bagley, and then Hassan Whiteside's minutes been creeping up to match that. The Bagley minutes been cutting off.
Yo, dude, don't give Whiteside more than 20 minutes, bro. Everybody's scared to give
Whiteside,
this guy more than 20
I'm not
minutes.
gonna talk about Whiteside. I've been killed by this dude way too much, but good.
So to wrap things up, it looks like our main play for the night is going to be Kawhi Leonard at captain for everyone. Sprinkle in a little De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton if you want. Don't go dumpster diving in this game. You really don't need to.
You don't need Corey Joseph.
You don't need Corey Joseph. That's right. Any last thoughts on your end for this game?
I'm gonna end this with a hot take. If I mean not you, but you know, everybody as a whole, if you can guess Buddy Hyde's ceiling game, and if that's tomorrow, he will be in the GPP winning lineup. If you playing cash games, I would say he's a fade, but in a tournament, Buddy has 50-point upside. So if you really think that's gonna happen tomorrow, if you think the game is staying close, I think Buddy will have something to do with it. So just keep that in mind. If you're going multi lineups tomorrow, I would probably have him a little sprinkle of Buddy Hyde.
That was hot. My God, what a take, Buddy Hyde for your GPP lineup owners.
Yep.
All right, that'll pretty much wrap it up on My Night Is Over podcast. Hey, before we go, I gotta ask, who you got in the Super Bowl?
Oh man, all right. Well, so obviously, you know, I think listeners have figured out by now that we're Boston fans. So, you know, we got our guy TV in there. Just honestly speaking,
Dummy.
I think
don't kiss your kid on the mouth.
I think Chiefs win handily. It's not going to be close, but at the same time, if TV pulls it off, you're going to be surprised. No, but I think Chiefs take care of business. 2 touchdowns.
Chiefs are definitely a fucking powerhouse, man. Goddamn, Mahomes is a beast. And Tyrese Kelce is a beast, and Tyreek is a monster. With that being said, I got my chips on Tampa Bay. You can't bet against Black, and you can't bet against Tom Brady.
Their jersey's been ordered?
Somebody said that on TV the other day. Huh? Jersey's been ordered. Dude, man, I think Tom Brady's going to pull it out.
You got a little action tomorrow for the showdown?
God, I'm going to puke, huh?
You got a little action going for the showdown tomorrow for that?
Oh, we might have a little.
It, right?
We gotta. I mean, it's the last one of the fucking season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta put it in, even though I don't know shit about football really.
Yeah, but you're up against the Million Maker, for example. You're up against 600,000, so it doesn't really matter if you know anything. You just
exactly.
Throw something.
Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate.
Oh man! Oh, didn't hear it first. Didn't hear it here first. Well.
All right. Well, dude, I had fun tonight breaking down these two games for the showdown tomorrow. My night is over. What do you say? You want to do this again tomorrow?
I do want to do this again tomorrow, and just a sneak peek, we got for next Saturday, for weekend podcast.
Yep.
We got the Nets and Warriors and national TV, and yeah. I'm looking forward to that. So we'll be back next week for the 3 p.m. game.
Steph dropped 57 tonight.
Is Kyrie gonna play this game?
I don't know.
Neither here nor there.
Kyrie is meditating or burning some sage somewhere.
Searching for the end of the world. But,
All right, guys, that's it for us. My night is over. I've been Blackbeard. That's Captain Bluebeard for you. We're signing out. Peace.
Peace.